Hello everyone and welcome to Soul Standing. My name is Beth and I am here today with Friday Reads video. So I have two things that I'm going to be focusing on this weekend. The first one is Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. This is the final book that we're reading in my migration literature summer course. The last 2 weeks we will be discussing all the books that we read as a whole and focusing on our 12 to 15 page seminar length essay and 10 to 12 minute presentation that is due at the very end of class. So I've got like this coming week is this book and literature review essay, and then the final 2 weeks are the finishing up the presentation and essay. I'm excited about those because you have to use something from the class that we've read together as a main text, and I am using a couple of things we read at the beginning along with several middle grade migration novels to show that there is a really strong selection of middle grade migration novels and that literature is just as important, possibly more so, uh, compared to the adult literature, because we have so many kids that are either being sent across or brought across, and their stories, who they are, they're not going to find themselves in most of the literature that we are pushing forward. So I'm super excited about it. I hope I can do it justice in the essay. I think it's an important topic, and my professor agrees, so I got the green light to go ahead and do that. But I got to finish this book so that I can get to a bigger chunk of that work. But along with Exit West, I am also working on the Kindle arc of the Cedar Wars. It is a trilogy omnibus that Jay Hauser, who is an indie author I found on TikTok, she sent me the e-arc. It is available as the omnibus or individual books. Anyway, you can find Jay Hauser on Amazon, and I will link her down below in the description box. She'll be linked right above all the things I always have in there, such as Between the Bookends and my classroom wish list. So if you would like to help out my classroom in any way, that's always down there as well. But anyway, I am reading Exit West and working on the e-arc of the omnibus for the Cedar Wars, which, like I said, it's already out. I only got the e-arc a couple of days before the omnibus was released, which she doesn't mind me taking my time at all. Just wanted someone else looking at it, reading it, getting her some reviews out there, which as an author myself, I completely appreciate, and I have high expectations for this because I've started it. I'm enjoying it. It is a like YA plant people type novel, so we'll see how I get along with it, but it sounds intriguing, and I've read the first chapter of the first book, and I'm vibing with the way it's going. So those are the two that I'm going to be focusing on, although I do have a secret appointment. I'm taking the girls somewhere fun tomorrow morning, about an hour away. So that appointment means that we will be getting up early and piling in the car. We have to get there by 10, and it's going to take a couple of hours to get done with my appointment. And then, we'll get lunch and drive home. So there's no telling if I will be listening to an audiobook during that time or not, but we'll see what happens. Not my dog walked into the house. Hold on. She is the sweetest red heeler, but she's like a blonde heeler basically. But she's not ours. People down the street, this is total side tangent, I'm sorry. People down the street moved in a little over a year ago. They never worked with her, and if you know anything about healers, you know that they need to be worked with. They really, they need extensive training. She never got worked with, and then they got mad at her because they'd lock her up in the kennel or, in the shed or whatever, and she would potty and they'd have to clean it because they never worked with her. And so then they just abandoned her. And a couple of weeks ago, they got a new puppy that looks exactly like her. Meanwhile, she has been running around my backyard for the last year, or all over town, actually. But on July 3rd, they were popping off fireworks across the street, and she went into labor and had puppies underneath my house. So now I've got almost 4-week-old puppies roaming around my house. I can't get to them. I have no access. We can kind of see them through little under the house vents. She's wandering around. I'm currently feeding her and attempting to find someone who has pasture land, cattle, kids to play with, but does not have cats or chickens because she likes to chase the chickens and try to kill the birds because she's bored, I think. Like, if she had other stuff to do, probably wouldn't be an issue. She chases my cats, so I can't keep her. Probably gonna keep one of the puppies because our dog passed away almost a year ago now, and it's time for the girls to have a puppy. But it's school, and my girls don't live with me during the week during school because they live with my parents and go to school where my mom teaches. With mom's cancer, we really thought it was important that they go somewhere where there's a little bit more to do than at my tiny little school, and B, they're with my parents. They get to spend more time with Gaga. So it'll be me taking care of the puppy Sunday night through Thursday night, which is fine. It's fine. But I still got to find her a place, and she's realized that we're feeding her and taking care of her, so she's trying to come in the house. She's covered in fleas. I keep chasing her around with a homemade flea spray, which works really well, but I have to spritz one section of her body, and then she runs away for a while. But she can't come in the house and chase my cats and do all that. Anyway, that was a completely side vent. I'm so sorry about that. But if you would like the sweetest dog in the universe and you've got somewhere for her to play and have interactions, let me know. We'll figure something out. I need her to have an amazing home, but I cannot give her that home. So, anyway, as I was saying, I'm really not sure what we're going to be reading or listening to during the trip to my appointment tomorrow. I'm really excited to tell you about that after the fact. I'm keeping it a surprise from the girls, though. So, anyway, I do know that I'm finishing this weekend so that I can make my discussion on it, it's not due until Wednesday, but I want to get this finished and then dive into writing my literature review and my final essay. And then, to take breaks from that, I will be reading the Cedar Wars. I will also be working on finishing these crayons, getting them arms and legs. I've got a red one to make, and then that's the end of the 10 crayons I've made for my best friend who just got assigned to pre-K. We're very excited. She might be Ray's teacher. We don't know, but it would be fun either way. She's either going to be her teacher or be next door to her. So awesome. And I'm going to be working on crocheting a lot of things for Raylan. Her birthday is August 13th. The big one's birthday is the 23rd, but I haven't quite decided if there's anything she'd really love for me to crochet for her. I think we've kind of outgrown that, whereas the little one is like, I want a bunch of food for my diner and I want you to crochet it and put little eyeballs on it, which is fun and a little creepy, but that's fine. Anyway, that's all I've got to tell you about today. Sorry about that big old rant in the middle. Not sorry if you know anyone who would love her. She's amazing. She's so nice. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. If you would like to know more about the books I've read during my migration literature course, what I'm doing for my essay, anything that I am reading, have read, you want to tell me about what you're reading, what you're doing, any of that, come talk to me in the comment section down below. Like I said, I will have Jay Hauser linked along with my classroom wish list, between the bookends, all the things I normally link. They will be down in the description box below. I will talk to you again soon, but until next time, stay safe out there, guys.